What's going on, Shrimp Aquatics fam? Alright, so it has been a little bit since our last video. I want to walk you through how we are maintaining currently, what are we at, 66 tanks. We still have room for approximately 40 more tanks. The new system has been working phenomenally with recreating drain lines, fill lines, upgraded the reservoir, doubled my reservoir capabilities with a couple of tricks. This video will show that. And I just want to give you a quick idea of how well this has been working with some fry and new baby action that we've got going on through the system. Thank you as always. If you're not currently, please consider subscribing. Throw your comments down in the comments section. Let me know what you want to hear and we'll do it. Alright, so water change on the orange eye yellow King Kong tank. Look at that, we got a pregnant female. Awesome! But got that in, goes down, hooks into the main drain for this rack. That rack's got one, the first rack's got one. Just flip the ball valve. And then when the water reaches the base of that coupler, that's where we call it good. Flip it off. Boom. Next tank. Alright, so we plug in 330, line on, water, on. We do that to each one of our tanks. Each one of our tanks is now filling up. Gallon storage tank. This is the heart and the soul of the water inlet to all the tanks going through our octopus. It worked really well during the old room's tenure to where I just vamped it over to this one. This tank, again, 29 gallons. We've got a secondary line coming in right here. And that's leading to a secondary storage tank. I'll show that to you. But it just flows straight in comes straight out, boom. Within 10 minutes, my entire tank is refilled and ready to go again, giving me, honestly, the best access we've had yet to doing water changes. Tank itself is still set up relatively the same. 330 gallons per hour pump brings it up. Tees off because this is still going to be the main water tank once it gets moved into that corner, when that cabinet gets out of here. But tees up, goes across, comes in, first drop here, drops down, comes straight across again, zip tied right to the rack, double valve, and then comes straight to the octopus legs. I've got one of those going per rack right now. So at any given time, at this exact moment, I can do 13 tanks worth of water changes all at the same time, doing about an inch of water off per tank. It takes this system about 10 minutes to refill each tank with a gallon and a quarter of fresh water. That has made it extremely easy for the upgrades to come in, to where now we've got this rack sort of coming in. All the open holes here are going to be fed off of that rack there, so all 7 of those tanks will fit into the open holes on this rack, completing it. And then top rack, we decided to go a little bit bigger, and this is a 15-gallon tank. With this 115 here, this one goes all the way across this top row. That gives us enough room across this top row for 7 tanks versus 9 tanks. So far, the shrimp have responded beautifully to having the extra water volume. The green jades alone, since moving the tank over, have just started to explode in pregnancies. Filters covered in green jades currently, and one of our biggest, bestest females is right there, and she is absolutely loaded. Alright, so normally we've got 29 gallons of water storage. With what you've seen, that just wasn't getting her fed. I could not keep all of my tanks changed at least once a week in a timely manner, yet alone trying to up it to maybe 2 times a week. We've upgraded our RO system to an express RO, added the actual DI chamber, got this split off, got her split off to a control valve that allows me to pump this way, and then one that pumps down and into my second girl here. This is a 45-gallon trash can just full of water. So that gives me 44 more gallons on top of the room's 29 gallons. Inside the tub itself, I've got a 660 gallon per hour max head of 11 feet plumbed in, goes all the way to the bottom, plumbed in with 1/2 inch CPVC ball valve to prevent reverse flow back, but it goes up and then straight over. This has now allowed me to be able, no problem, be able to do every single tank inside the room in one day. Well, that's my take on how we have turned an all-day experience of trying to drain and refill Neocaridina tanks, and then spend the entire next day on trying to drain and refill all the Caridina tanks, into how we've now managed to do it one day. Everybody's done, and in all reality, other than water being refilled to the 2 tanks, it takes about 3 hours to do every single tank in this room. Hoping in future videos, or the next video, I am hoping, knocking on wood, hoping the next video that we have gotten ourselves to that 220 subscriber mark. I want to do the giveaway. 2 grand prize winners each will get at minimum 10 Neocaridina shrimp. It'll be what's breeding the best, or what we have the most on hands of, and we'll go from there. Past that, I hope what we've done has fueled some thought processes of your own fish or shrimp rooms. It's not overly expensive. I think the most expensive thing that I bought was the 660 gallon water pump. That was on Amazon, next day delivered, and I think it was like 35 bucks. Next most expensive thing is probably the 4 to 5 valve water inlets. I know they're supposed to be used for air. We're using them for water. PVC, some time invested, and you can make a all-day chore take no time at all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you're not, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'm going to get back into making the videos, because now with all of these changes and the increased amount of shrimp we're carrying, I have time. Even with all the extra shrimp tanks that we've got, I have now got the time, because again, I can do everything in one day. I've got the time to make the videos, to answer questions, to help you guys out. Next video I do is how I set up tanks. You name it, each of us have our own way of doing it, even though they all probably have a little bit to do with each other. So again, keep on shrimping. Till next time, thank you.